If your periods have become unpredictable, heavy, or suddenly gone missing, it's not just aging. It's your body asking for help. Today we're uncovering what causes irregular periods after 40, how to stabilize your cycle naturally, and why this shift is both a wake-up call and a divine invitation to care for your body differently. By the way, I'm Dr. Tabatha, your Christian physician, so let's get into it. Now that you're over 40, why is your period becoming irregular? I see this all the time in my virtual medical practice. Women all over the country come to me because all of a sudden their periods start to change. They either start coming every couple weeks, or they are only coming every couple months, or there's no pattern to it at all. And so we need to decipher what really is happening, because a few different things could be happening. The most typical reason is no longer ovulating, no longer releasing an egg every month. And what happens is the little spot inside the ovary that released the egg, called the corpus luteum, that's the cyst that gets left over after you ovulate. That corpus luteum is supposed to make progesterone. That is in response to the estrogen that is increasing and to the ovulation that happens. But if you don't ovulate, you don't make progesterone. And so a lot of women actually get into an estrogen dominant state in their 40s. And that looks like heavier periods, more periods, painful periods, breast tenderness, weight gain, all of the things. And it's important that we know the ratio of estrogen and progesterone and how that is looking. And part of evaluating your hormones is figuring out what your stress hormone cortisol is doing. You have to evaluate, what is your 24-hour cortisol production doing? Are you robbing your progesterone? Do you just need some progesterone replacement to get your estrogen and progesterone back into balance? The other issue is liver congestion. So liver is our major detox organ, and what it does is so incredibly important. It does over 400 jobs in the body. It makes clotting factors, it makes proteins, it regulates your blood sugar, but it also metabolizes your hormones. So when you're done using your estrogen that you have made, it goes to the liver to be deactivated and then sent to the urine or stool for removal. But if your liver is congested from fatty liver, consuming too many carbohydrates and storing them as fat in your liver, or if you drink alcohol on a regular basis and your liver has to detoxify and metabolize all that alcohol, or over-the-counter medications or prescription medications, then it puts estrogen on the back burner and it doesn't metabolize it and get rid of it effectively on a daily, ongoing basis the way it is supposed to. So one of the biggest reasons women have irregular periods in their 40s is because they have liver congestion. So my recommendation, get off the simple carbohydrates. Stop eating the standard American diet. If you want an amazing food plan to lose weight and clear out your liver ASAP, try Fast to Faith, my 40-day program. It is a game changer. It helps you break up with sugar and simple carbohydrates, gets you off the standard American diet, gets you eating the foods that God gave us to eat. I call those faith foods instead of Franken foods. And it really does help balance your hormones, because then your liver can metabolize your estrogen again and you get rid of that estrogen dominance. So those are the biggest reasons why your period is going crazy in your 40s. So when it comes to balancing out your periods and getting them regular again in your 40s, here are the key factors that you need to be thinking about. Number one, you have to stop drinking alcohol on a regular basis. Female bodies were not created to drink alcohol every single day. Put it for a special occasion. Make alcohol special again. Once or twice a month, 1 glass, 2 tops, your liver can handle that. More than that, your liver stops doing its other jobs that are so important, including metabolizing your estrogen. So get rid of the alcohol, ladies. Number two, evaluate the other medications that you're taking that are potentially hard on your liver. Are you on statin medications? Are you on birth control pills? Those are pretty darn toxic for your liver and they lead to estrogen dominance. So check all of that out. And then get your stress under control. Stop stealing your progesterone to make excess cortisol. And that looks like setting boundaries with your life, with your schedule. Put exercise on your schedule. Like, put it on the Google Calendar. Write Write it in ink. Make it non-negotiable that you're going to take time to take care of yourself. When you exercise, especially in the morning, you expend that extra cortisol that you've made. You use it up, you burn it up, and so then your cortisol can be balanced going into the rest of your day. So I love exercising in the morning. And then exercise in a fasted state. When you exercise in the morning in a fasted state, you get into ketosis. You start burning your own fat for fuel instead of the fat that you've eaten or the sugar and carbohydrates that you've eaten. And then break your fast with fats, because I promise you, fat doesn't make you fat. Sugar makes you fat. So don't start your day with carbohydrates. If you start your day with carbohydrates, that is a guarantee sugar roller coaster for the rest of the day. You're going to be hungry every couple hours. You're going to have depleted energy and continue to look for that sugar energy every time that you crash. And so start your day with healthy fats and protein. That is the key to success. And then lastly, think about your gut all throughout the day, because if your gut is off, your hormones will be off. So eat those faith foods. Stay away from frankenfoods. Stay away from anything in the boxes, in the bags that have a list of ingredients, that have labels that say healthy, all natural. If they have to advertise that they're healthy, I promise you they're not healthy. The most healthy foods don't have an ingredient list and they don't have any labels. They're just the real deal. They grew out of the ground. They are real plants and real animals. That is what you should be eating. That's going to help your gut heal the quickest. If you start with those simple steps, everything's going to start to shift. You'll notice your period is not as heavy. It's not as irregular. And if you want, we can go into supplementation. We can talk about additional support to get you there quicker. I have an awesome product called Estrogen, and that really helps with that estrogen dominance situation that you may have going on. It has DIM in it, or diindolylmethane, and that helps support estrogen metabolism. Hormone, my best-selling multivitamin, also is great at regulating your hormones because it has high doses of antioxidants and methylated B vitamins that help your liver metabolize your hormones. So those are the two that I highly recommend for estrogen dominance. And if you're having testosterone acne, testosterone issues, then check out Hair and Beauty Lift. It has saw palmetto and stinging nettles. Those are natural herbs that block the production of dihydrotestosterone, which is the form of testosterone that causes the chin acne that you don't want. So that is one of my favorite supplements to really get rid of that acne for good if it's coming from too much testosterone. I hope this video helps you understand why you might be experiencing irregularities in your cycle and how to regain control of your body. If this spoke to you, don't miss my video on why progesterone is a game changer for women over 40. It could be the missing piece in your hormone puzzle. Click here to watch that next.